as a yoga teacher. So many tech things, so many windows to close, but I'm here, we're ready. Welcome. My name is Kelly. Let me just take a moment to actually see everybody. It takes a moment, doesn't it, to kind of shift from a screen to real life. Feels good. So welcome. Welcome everyone tuning in from home, who you will be still interacting with the screen, but still very much part of our community. And welcome to everyone who's here physically. We're in for 60 minutes of Journey into Power Yoga tonight. And at the studio, we have our 40-day program going on. And there's quite a few people in here who are part of the 40-day program. Who all is in the 40-day program? The meeting's right after this. This is, yeah, a good time for a lot of the 40-dayers to be in. And we're working on new habits with practice, meditation, inquiry, journaling, nutrition, that kind of stuff. But what we also do within 40 days is there is a theme that we work on each week and a couple laws that we play with just to kind of create new looking as we come onto our mat each time, each day. So the theme this week, and it's about to complete as we start our next week for 40 days, is presence. So it's a term that gets used a lot in yoga. Like presence and yoga tend to almost be like interchangeable, I think, nowadays. But really what it is an opportunity tonight. You'll be practicing the poses, and I kind of talk you through that. But in the background is this quality of presence. And really what I offer for you tonight as you move is to get curious about what is presence for you. So not as like a definition or what someone told you it was. Like, what is it when you are present, what's happening? When you're not present, what's happening or not happening? And just get curious as you move through each pose and you watch yourself get present and lose presence. Really just get curious about what is this quality of presence as you move through. Sound good? Yeah, we're doing it. So let's do it. Child's pose. We'll start there. Good. Big toes together. Take your knees wide. Stretch your arms forward and rest your head down onto the mat. And then keep your eyes open. Set your eyes to one point. And take a moment or two just to settle in. Let your eyes settle to the one point. Let your physical body settle into the mat. I usually find like my shoulders are still up, or like there's some part of me that's not quite settled. I'm like waiting for the next thing. So take that moment to fully settle into this one pose. And then from that settled state, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Take 2 more breaths like that, in through the nose and out through your mouth. 1 more breath like that. And maybe a deep sigh. And then there, seal your lips. With your next inhale, take it in through the nose. Pause at the top for a beat. Exhale out through your nose. And pause at the bottom for a beat. Inhale through your nose. Pause. Exhale through the nose. Pause. And one more time. Inhale through your nose. Pause and feel. Exhale through your nose. Pause and feel. With your next inhale, downward facing dog. So there's probably already a quality of presence that is emerging. Set your eyes to the mat between your feet. Let your head just drop, like head drop, neck drop. Where your eyes land, set them. And then recreate that breath. We call it a 4-part breath. So there's a distinctive inhale, a clear pause, a distinctive exhale, and a clear pause. And then like 3 more breaths here. And in the 3 breaths, use the pause to really feel, get present to your hands and your feet. Just feel what it is to have your 2 hands on the mat, your 2 feet on the mat. And then look forward, step your feet up to the top of your mat, ragdoll pose. Feet hip width, feet parallel with each other. So like your 2 feet look like the number 11. Bend your knees enough that the back of your knees, the joint feels soft and spacious. And then dangle your upper body down. So really like that ragdoll quality of head draping down. There's a rounded quality to your spine at this one point. Good. And then you might sway side to side. So maybe you're already doing that. And just really feel this quality of your spine and your arms and your shoulder and your head pouring out of the basin that is your pelvis. And then take one more breath in. Center your torso out, breathe out. Now with the inhale, press down through your feet and roll up to stand. Take 3 breaths to do it and really savor the time to unravel. It's with that last inhale that you'll lift your eyes up, stretch your arms up like a big early morning stretch. Reach, and then exhale your hands to heart center. Set your eyes to a point, set an intention for your practice, and we'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. So this time, bend your knees, drop your head all the way down, belly to your thighs, and let your head fully drop. Get fully and completely drop down into the fold. Now inhale, lift halfway up. Keep your knees bent, press your seat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank and hold it. So just like the top of a push-up. Set your eyes at the top edge of your mat. Breathe. Keep the pause at the top and the bottom of your breath. It's going to take a little extra something in something like plank to do that. And with each pause, you've got 2 more breaths. Get present to your hands and your feet, that you're pressing all 4 points down evenly. With your next breath in, look forward, stretch your chest forward, bend your elbows, come to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten your arms, reach your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, take your hips up and back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. It feels so good to breathe. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. Wait to be empty. Then move your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, reach up. Extended mountain pose, a full breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift halfway up. High to low push up. So it's even do it in one exhale. Upward facing dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Now 3 breaths in and out. 2 more. Last one, inhale. Completely exhale. Move, feet up to your hands. Halfway lift up. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Open your fingers all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Get the full length of your spine. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. So the default will be you start to like cram into the pause. Keep present the pause at the top of your inhale and the pause at the bottom of your exhale. Last breath in. Wait to be totally empty. Blow all the air out, 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 out. Then move, feet to your hands. Halfway lift up. fold. Stand up, reach up, big breath in, fold. Halfway lift up, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Last breath in. Blow all the air out. Weight to be empty. Bend your knees. Jump. Feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Stretch all the way up in the pause. Go back. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. You could drop back into it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths, one more sine. Now here it is. Last breath in. Blow all the air out. Weight to be empty. Move. Feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Full body expression. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. Blow all the air out every drop. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lifts. Fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, hips back, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, warrior one. So you'll spin your back heel down, lunge deep, hands to the floor, low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot, warrior one. We're going to do it a couple times, right? So each time you'll kind of get pieces to it. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And maybe it's time for a sigh. So it's a good time. Any tool, or it's a good tool any time you're feeling overwhelmed or rushed or something like that, a sigh to level the pressure and the energy out. Take a breath in. Blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Lift halfway. Fold. Chair pose, 1 breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Step up, reach your arm bones up high. Hands to the floor, low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot warrior one. Reach up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Yeah, sigh out. Now 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Clear it. Feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Step, reach high, low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot warrior one. Deep, deep lunge. Low push up. Pick your foot up as you step back. So no dragging. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. So I ripped my calluses off my feet a couple of times doing that. It's also good. It warms up your core more. So make sure you're picking up your feet. No draggy. Take a breath in. Blow all the air out. Feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift up. low push-up, up dog, down dog. Pick your foot up, warrior one, right side. Reach up, low push-up. Pick your foot up to step back. Up dog, down dog, left side, step up, warrior one, reach, low push-up. Pick your foot up. Good, upward facing dog, a little quieter. Downward facing dog. It sounded quieter. Take 3 breaths. We'll do one more time. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Blow all the air out. Jump, feet to hands. Half. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one with a clean step. Reach up. Low push up. Clean step back. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side warrior one. It's just always another chance to try again. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. Good. Now lift your right leg up and back. Listen close. Take a breath in. You'll kick your right heel way back. Get long through your leg. On the exhale, knee to your nose, curl forward. So shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, knee to your nose. 2 more. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch. Last time. Inhale, kick. Now exhale, crunch. See if you can get your nose and your knees to touch. So exhale more, squeeze in tight. Then inhale your right leg up and back. Bend your knee, open your hip, flip dog. Step off the right side of your mat. Press both feet deep down into the floor and stretch your chest towards the front of the room. And front of the room is going to be different for each one of us. We each have our own idea of where the front of the room is. Take 1 more breath in, get long, and then flip back. High plank. Bring your big toes to touch. Side plank. So heels go to the right, left hand to the sky. Yep, and you could stack your feet like Tara's doing. You could stagger your feet if that's a little too much. You could lift your leg, just like Paul's doing, and make things a little bit spicier. Take 1 more breath in, stretch high, 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Up dog, down dog. Lift your left leg up and back. Knee to your nose. Exhale. So harness your breath. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch with the pause. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch with the pause. Now last time, inhale, kick. Crunch all the way in. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Get the touch. And then inhale, kick back. Bend your knee. Open your hip, flip dog. Step off the left side of your mat. Take 3 breaths. And from your shins to your chest, stretch long. Breath in. Flip back. High plank. Big toes touch side plank. Face the right side of the room. Good. 2 more breaths. Last breath in, press down, lift up, hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, crescent lunge. Good. Bend your back knee enough in this pose that your pelvis, the bowl of your pelvis, can be neutral, which just means that your hip points point straight ahead and your pelvis, it's not tipping forward and it's not spilling back. You have that natural shape to your pelvis. And then from that position, take a big breath in, reach your arms up high, hands to heart, tip forward, and twist to the right side, crescent twist. Good. Your hands can stay at heart center. You can open your arms up. Your bottom hand can go inside your front foot. That's my favorite. Or your hand can go outside your front foot. It's a little bit deeper to go outside. Now 2 more breaths. With every inhale, get longer through your torso And on the exhale, turn your chest towards the right. Blow all the air out. And then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Open up, warrior two. So keep your front knee bent, drop your back heel in and down. Stretch your arm, right arm forward, left arm back. Good. Sink down until your thigh, your front thigh, is as close to parallel to the floor as you can get. Then take a breath in and tilt, extended side angle. Left arm over your top ear, stretch your fingers towards the front of the room. Drive your back heel down and accelerate all the way up through your top arm. Take 2 more breaths and imagine like you could only breathe into your left lungs, like really breathe into the left side of your body. 1 more breath in, 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left foot to your left thumb, crescent lunge. Good. And you can see like Tina and Missy, their hands are on their hips. So your hands on your hips, you can give yourself a self-assist and just kind of feel where your pelvis is in space. So feel for the bowl of your pelvis to have that neutral quality to it. And then once you have it, reach up. Lift your whole rib cage up away from your pelvis when you breathe in. And then exhale, hands to heart, hinge, and twist to the left side. Choose your arms. And as you're getting the squeeze, like this is literally squeezing you, where is the quality of presence? And what would it take to bring it into this one moment? Take a breath in, twist more on the breath out, then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, open up, warrior two. You'll face the right side of the room. Now again, that neutral pelvis. So like Jeanette, for example, you're over tucking a little bit. Let your tailbone lift up just a touch like that. For others, the tailbone kind of pushes out and you'll want to lift the front of your pelvis up more. So be willing to play, like where am I in those 2 positions and where is the balance? Even Ashley, let your tailbone come up a little bit. Yes, right? Take a breath in and tilt, extended side angle. Yeah, so presence sometimes is like, where am I actually at? Not where I think I'm at, not what I think my body's doing, but getting present to what is my body actually doing or actually not doing. And maybe step 1 is just be aware of it, not even having to change it necessarily. And so take 1 more breath in and feel that you accelerate your top arm as you reach it. Hands to the floor, low push up, take it all the way down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, jump, feet up to your hands. Lift halfway up and fold. Chair pose. Sit your hips back, reach up, bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward, and twist to the right side. Prayer twist. Good. 3 breaths. Feet on 12 o'clock. So your 2 feet parallel to each other. Drive your heels down into the mat. So you'll take a breath, settle your heels down even more. And then with the next inhale, chair pose, reach up and fold, fingers to toes, forward fold. So here's a moment where you can look at what's actually happening at your feet. Look at your feet and see that your feet are as close to parallel to each other as you can get. And there'll be times where, like, when you parallel, it's not going to feel right. For some of you, it'll feel like pinchy in your hip, or it might like torque through your knee or something. And then you'll have to adjust a little bit, right? So you get as close to that parallel as you can get, but stay present to your body and what your body is telling you feels right as well. Take a breath in, blow all the air out, drop your head down, and then keep your feet there. Chair pose, sit back, reach high, and twist to the left side. 3 breaths. Good. 2 more breaths. Now feel the reality of your feet. Are they pressing down? Are both heels digging deep down into the floor? Last breath in. Stay for the full out. Chair pose, keep the deep seat, and fold gorilla pose. So at the bottom, slide your hands under your feet from the front. Feet at 12 o'clock, and now check it out. So when my feet are hip width, I'll get like a pinch on the front inside of my hip. What that tells me is that I need to take my feet wider. My feet like to be a little bit wider than hip width when I'm folded this far down. So drop your head, set your eyes, and tune into your body. Get present to what it is your body needs and what your body's ready for. One more breath. Clear it. And step off your hands, crow pose at the top of your mat. So you'll set your hands shoulder width, feet together, knees on the outsides of your upper arms, and then tip into your fingertips. And that could be it. If you're ready, you squeeze your heels up to your butt to take it into a full arm balance. Now 3 more breaths. 2 more. Stay right there for 1 more breath in. Then feet to the back of the mat, low push-up. Good job. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in. Get ready to move on the breath out. And step or float, feet up to your hands. Lift halfway and fold. Press down through your feet, roll up to stand, one bone at a time. At the top, reach up, stretch high. Eagle pose on the right side. So you'll wrap your right leg over your left, wrap your right arm under your left, and then create your forearms as parallel. So if this is tight for your shoulders, you can just grab your shoulders rather than wrapping your arms all the way around. Now lift your elbows up to shoulder height. So your forearms, or rather your upper arms, are parallel to the floor. Take 1 more breath. And then step down, reach up, take a breath. Left side eagle pose. All right, so get present. You've got 2 options with your arms. There's that twizzle kind of thing with your arms you can do, where you catch your shoulders. The reason is these 2 options give you that spread across your shoulder blades. So whichever one you're taking, widen your upper back. Breath in, full breath out, and then step down, reach up, catch your hips, standing leg raise right side. So bend your right knee, catch your right knee with your right hand, or catch your right big toe and extend your knee forward. So now you'll need that shoulder blade widening here. Hug your right arm back onto your upper back, and then expand your chest and your upper back. I like to imagine like the bodybuilders, you know how they have like this kind of thing? Imagine that you're puffing from the inside of your heart out in all directions like a bodybuilder. Take 1 more breath. Blow it out. Hug your knee up into your chest. Now airplane pose. Kick your right leg back. Stretch your arms back and the center of your chest forward. Get present to your standing foot. So you'll pin your big toe mound down into the floor. Keep that pin. Bring your hands to heart center. Half moon. Left hand down to the mat. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Set your hand, or if your hand's on a block, set it about 12 inches in front of your bottom baby toe. That's good. Now even go like spider tip fingers. And that's kind of like this thing. So it would be like that. Yes. You can even go a little bit more forward, right there. We'll give it 3 more breaths. Bring back your breathing, and especially the pauses. That's it. And then take 1 more breath, stretch all the way up and out, and then 2 feet to the floor and fold. Good job. Bend your knees, drop your upper body down, blow all the air out totally here. And then press down through your feet, roll up to stand. Reach high, take a big breath in, catch your hips, standing leg raise on the left side. Play with that balance between hugging your left arm back, but then at the same time expanding your chest and your upper back. Breath in, breath out, hug your knee up and in, and then airplane pose, send it back. Okay. Press down through your right big toe and knit your front ribs up and in towards the center line of your body. Bring your hands to heart, half moon, right hand down, block or spider tip fingers, left arm high. 1, 2, 3. Draw your front ribs in towards center. 4. Now from center, stretch out. And 5. 2 feet to the floor, fold. Bend your knees, drop all the way down, all the way down. So give the back line of your body a moment to decompress. Drop your head fully down to the floor, blow all the air out. And then inhale, press down through your feet, roll up. Reach up, extended mountain. Dancer pose on the right side. Bend your right knee, catch your right ankle from the inside, kick your right shin back, and stretch your chest forward. Set your eyes to one point. Take a breath in, stretch out long, and then step down. Change sides. Dancer pose on the left side. So that quality of focus and presence, it's a little bit easy in a child's pose where the world kind of gets closed off for a moment. And something like dancer, it's a skill that you have to develop. So as people are teetering around you and you've got your own internal sensations going on, can you set your eyes and create that field of presence? For one more breath in, and then step down to the top of your mat. You'll walk all the way up to the top, tree pose, right foot to your left inner thigh, hands to the center of your heart. And then stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. So as your arms go up, let your shoulder blades go up towards your ears. And if that feels like it's crunching your neck, actually take your head up higher. So your head lifts up out of your shoulders stretch up towards the ceiling, and then puff your chest and your upper back. Take one more breath, get tall, get wide, and then hands to heart, step down and change sides. Tree pose on the left side. As soon as you're ready, stretch your arms up. And just try this for a moment. We'll do like a little experiment. Pull your shoulder blades down and feel what happens. What typically happens is you'll feel your low back go like that. Take your shoulder blades up. You'll probably feel your low back opens up. You get more space there. That's what you want. So create all that lift up through the back of your body, up through the front. Take one more breath in, and then step down. At the top of your mat, give that a try. Extended mountain pose. Let your shoulder blades go up as you lift up, and then fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Low push up, take it back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands, triangle pose. So your front leg will stay straight for this one. Triangle is the longest stance of all of our standing poses. So really kind of push the edges of how long can you take your legs without totally slipping out from under you. Take your hand to the outside of your right ankle to a block or to the floor. Now ground your feet down. Hug your leg bones up into the center of your pelvis. So you'll squeeze your 2 feet together to create that action. And then turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Really good. Now 3 more breaths. So it took something to create where you're at now. Stay and breathe. 2 more breaths. Savor the pose. Receive the pose. One more breath in, then 2 hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Step back, take 1 breath. Then step your left foot forward, triangle pose. Go long. Go long. So I'm 5'7", and I'll almost cover a whole mat. Not to compare you to me or anything like that. You have a totally different body. But just as an idea, if you're like a 6'3" guy and you're like, I don't think I can hit the mat, like you can take that much space up. Really stretch out wide with your feet. And then push your feet into the mat. That's how you're going to not slip. Squeeze your feet towards each other. You're going to fire your legs up. Now lean into that hand and use that to turn your chest up. And then feel and move all out in all directions, out through your feet, out through your arms, out through the top of your head. Take 1 more breath in, lean way back, and then hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Oh, breath in, breath out. Oh, that was a good one. And slide out, high plank. Bend your elbows lowered all the way down to the floor. Keep your hands on the floor as they are, but go a little bit wider with your hands. So think like baby fingers off the side of your mat. Now angle your elbows up towards the ceiling. Press your palms into the floor, but don't move. So your chest won't move, your head won't move. It's called an isometric contraction. You push down through your hands. Keep that. Now isometrically, drag your hands back towards the back of the mat. Keep those 2 actions. Now stretch your chest forward. You can stay right here or stretch your toes back until your legs lift up. So you're getting as long as you can from your heart out through your chest. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in, get long, and lower it all the way down to the floor. Undo your hands for a moment. Relax your upper back. And we'll do it 1 more time, like super close to you guys, but we'll be all right. Set it up again. Hands closer down to the bottom of your ribs this time. So notice they're up a little bit high. Come back. Press your hands down. Drag your hands back like you're going to slip and slide across your mat. And then peel your chest forward. Stretch your toes back to lift your legs. Now breathe right there. 2 more breaths. You might feel the whole back of your body flush with warmth. That's this quality of tapas you'll hear us talk about sometimes. It's that internal heat. Take 1 more breath and lower it all the way down to the floor. Undo your hands, take a breath in, blow it out. Next up is floor bow. Bend your knees, reach back, catch your ankles from the outside on each side. Now, gather your knees as close together as you can get them to go. And if they can touch, start with them touching. They'll separate naturally. Relax your head down. Good. Now, inhale, kick your shins back. Let that draw your shoulders back. Take 2 exhales. Let your shoulders go back as much as you can. So let your chest relax. Your shoulders drop back behind you. Now, 1 more breath. Kick a little bit harder. Peel your chest up. And then lower it all the way down to the floor. Bend your knees, windshield wiper side to side, 1 time each side. And then second set, floor bow. Bend your knees, catch your ankles, kick back, set your shoulders onto your back, and then keep kicking to peel your chest. 3 breaths. Breath in, and lower it all the way down. Swoosh from side to side. And then plant your hands right beside your low rib, just like we did in the locust pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Peel your chest up. Look up if that's there. And downward facing dog, press back. Breath in. Breath out. Drop to your knees, camel pose. So knees hip width. Stand up onto your knees. Bring your hands to your cheeks. And then with your hands on your cheeks, relax your cheeks down towards the back of your knees. I know, butt cheeks. There's nothing that you can say about cheeks that like ever your gluteals, I don't know. Relax the back of your pelvis down and lift the sides of your body up. So make as much space as you can through your spine. Then with an exhale, relax your shoulders and your head back. Every inhale, lift your chest up. Every exhale, melt your shoulders back. 2 more breaths. One more breath in. Stay for the out. Then inhale, lift your chest up and out. Head comes up last. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or jump to a seat. Lie all the way back. And press up, hips up to the sky for bridge pose. So you can flow right into it. Good. So you've had some moments during class where you looked at your feet and kind of saw what was going on there. In this pose, you won't have access to that. So can you feel your feet? And through feeling your feet on the floor, through feeling your feet in relationship to your body, can you create that alignment? 2 feet parallel to each other. Press down through your feet, lift up through your pelvis, breathe in, and then lower it all the way down to the floor. Take 1 breath, clear it, and then lift up again, bridge pose. You can stay in bridge, or you can take this up to wheel. Wheel, you'll plant your hands deep and wide, like mat width distance apart wide, and then take all the way up, your head up off the mat. Good. Take a breath in wherever you're at, and then tuck your chin, come all the way down. We're going to do that 4 more times. Take a breath, open your mouth, clear it, and then bridge your wheel, come on up. So right about now, you'll lose presence, right? Like 4. And I've talked about in classes, the first couple of years I did wheel, the whole time I just heard screaming in my head, like, oh, I don't want to be here. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. Take a breath in, blow it out. Just get present to this one moment and the window of possibility that's here, and then move. So maybe all you're present to up there is a screaming in your head. But maybe you can then also get present to how it feels breathing up here. Can you feel your breath at the same time? Take 1 more breath. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. Get a breath on the floor. And then set up. Second to last one. Bridge your wheel, go. So maybe this time you're present to the feeling of breath. Can you get present to what you're looking at? So you see one thing and just see what you're seeing and feel your breath. 1 more breath in. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. Take a breath on the floor. Clear it out. And then it's the last one. Bridge or wheel, set up and come up. Play into the edge of your presence. Like, where can your awareness go? What is the edge of it? Can you feel your feet? Can you feel your hands and see what you're looking at and feel your breath at the same time? Take 1 more and then tuck your chin, come all the way down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha. Feet together, let your knees flop open. Rest your hands on your body and get present in this one moment. And then bring your knees together, dead bug pose. So you'll draw your knees up towards your shoulders, nice and wide. And then feet towards the ceiling. So it's like you're doing a big wide squat with your feet on the ceiling. You can catch your feet, you could catch the back of your thighs. And then whatever you catch with your hands, pull down. So you pull your feet down or you pull your thighs down. Feel how that integrates your arms down and in towards the backside of your body. And then as you pull with your arms, press up with your feet. Feel how that seals your back of your pelvis down towards the mat. Now 2 breaths right there. It's a very active dead bug. This dead bug's doing a lot of stuff in the afterlife. Good. Release your feet. Bring your legs back to center. Reach your legs up towards the ceiling, and then sit onto your hands. Perfect. Open your toes up. Then take 2 breaths. With each exhale, settle your front ribs in towards the center of your body. So you knit your ribs in. Take 1 more breath to settle your front ribs down and in. Now with the next inhale, take a breath. Exhale, lower your right foot to hover. Take a breath in, and exhale, switch. Take a breath in, and exhale, switch. You're going to go for 30 seconds. See if you can move only on the exhale. The temptation will be to move probably faster. Slower typically takes more. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take both legs up to the ceiling. Bend your knees to 90. Reach forward. So your hands come out from your butt. Reach forward. Catch the back of your thighs. And as you catch the back of your thighs, you're going to curl your shoulders up and pull your front ribs in. So you'll use your hands pulling on your legs to help create like that shrimp shape with your spine, that C shape. So you can stay right here, option 1. Option 2, let go with your hands and hold it. Option 3, straighten your legs out. Option 4, take your hands over your head. And then hold that for 30 seconds. Breathe. So at any time you could dial up, at any time you can dial back down. Can you breath by breath just be present to where you're at and where you are on your edge? 15 more seconds. Yep, you're not going to get a gold star for doing any particular version of the pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug your knees into your chest. That's 1. Good job. Rock your knees a little side to side. And then catch behind your thighs. Rock and roll forward and back. As you rock, create that C shape. So see if you can hit like each bone at a time along your back as you go from tailbone to shoulder blade. Do 2 more. This is like a little free massage. I haven't hit a massage parlor for, I don't know if it's a parlor, but a massage, that sounded weird. I haven't gotten a massage in a long time. This is the stand-in. And on that second one, boat pose. Massage parlor, what is Kelly doing? Good, so you can have your hands behind your thighs like we did here. You can let go here. Same kind of options. You can straighten your legs. You can take your arms overhead. Take 5 breaths. Good, draw your front ribs in towards center and puff through your chest and your upper back. Really good, 2 more, big breaths. Last breath in, cross your shins, plant your hands, downward facing dog. From downward facing, half pigeon on the right side. So right knee behind your right wrist, ankle behind your left wrist. And then fold straight down. Try not to wiggle too much. Usually the wiggling, we kind of move out of alignment. So that first step is like that's the step. And fold, and then just breathe. And with each exhale, can you let your pelvis and the weight of your pelvis settle down? I'm going to scoot you a little bit, Tina. So let your leg come forward. Easier said than done, right? There you go. Now, put more weight actually in the left side of your hip. So it's there. Does that feel okay? You're not feeling anything? Okay. Do you feel it now? Okay. You look neutral. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. So when I first hit this pose, what I typically get present to when I get present, if I get present, is that my attention is coiled around my hip, just where the most sensation is at. If that's true, that's a great point, a great awareness. And can you start to become present to more? Can you become present of your shoulders and the quality of your shoulders? Can you become present to your arms and all 10 of your fingertips? Can you become present out through your legs, your thighs, your shins, your feet? And then plant your hands, press back down dog, change sides. And set your eyes. Create your 4-part breath. Notice what you can notice. Start with what you can notice, what you are noticing. There's something. And then expand your looking for what are you not noticing. What strikes me about presence is that it isn't all or none. Like I'm never totally not present and I'm never totally present. I'm always present to something. It's usually my thoughts. And it takes something to begin to expand presence to include more things that are going on. Take one more breath. And then press up to your hands. At the top, swing your right leg forward, seated single leg extension. Left foot to your right thigh, right leg long. Reach your arms up, create all that beautiful length through your spine, and then exhale, fold forward. Catch your right foot. You might need to bend your knee. You might need to use a strap around the ball of your foot. That's fine. And then fold. And as you fold, feel for your chest. For a lot of us, our chest tends to fall in towards our stomach. So if you feel that, stretch your chest forward so there's space between your chest and your stomach. Take a breath in. Release on the breath out. And then sit all the way up. Switch your legs. With the inhale, reach high. And then fold, catch your left foot. Go with your attention to the space between your chest and your stomach. Are they touching? And if they are, lift your chest up and forward until they're not. So get the reality of your body. Sometimes we prefer what we prefer, which is like, I want my head down because it looks better or it means something. But can you get into where am I going to actually have space between my chest and my belly? And then that's just my true pose today. Take one more breath in, blow it out, and then sit all the way up. Reverse table. Plant your hands behind, bend your knees, plant your feet, and then lift your hips up. Lift your chest up. Relax your head back. Open your throat up. Relax your face back towards the back of your head. Relax your eyebrows back towards the top of your scalp. Take one more breath in. Open your mouth, blow it out, and then sit all the way down. Lie back. Pick an inversion. So you can hit shoulder stand. You would go to plow first. And plow is feet to the floor behind your head. So if you're going to that plow, you'll lie all the way back. Take your feet up and over towards the floor behind you. They may not touch. That's okay. Get as close to touching as you can. And then hands to the middle of your back. Yeah, so you're trying to get to like that bottom rib area. Yes. Now, once you're there, wedge your shoulders under you as deep as they will go. Yes. Once your shoulders are as deep as they'll go, take one leg up towards the ceiling. Push your upper arms deep down into the floor and take the other leg up towards the ceiling for shoulder stand. I'm going to give you an assist. Can you squeeze your arms together more? Is that as close as they go? Come all the way down and try this. Pop this under your sacrum and go the highest height that you can. So you'll start in like a bridge pose. Here, let me have this. Lie all the way back. Go into a bridge pose. So that's the feet down and the hips up. Yes, this is probably a good height. Now right there, take your legs up. Perfect. Keep them stacked over your pelvis just like that. And as you're there, press your upper arms into the mat like that. So it's the same action. Take 5 more breaths. And whatever way your feet are up, stretch your feet up towards the ceiling. And after the 5th breath, if you're in shoulder stand, come back to plow. And plow, press your upper arms down, stretch your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So you're keeping a long spine. You're resisting the pull of gravity a little bit. And then from plow, bend your knees around your ears and now round your spine. So you could reach up in Deaf Yogi and grab your feet and pull your knees towards your shoulders to make it a little bit deeper. And then slowly roll down onto your back. At the bottom, hug your knees into your chest, drop your knees to the right. To your arms, look off to the left, supine twist. And come back to center and switch sides. And come back to center. Hug your knees up into your chest and curl your nose up into your knees. 3 big exhales. So as you're exhaling, squeeze up and in as tight as you can. Giving the backside of your body one last chance to stretch. Big breath in. Squeeze tight, blow it out. And then release, Shavasana. Legs out long, arms out wide, palms facing up. There's a cool ital on the upper corner of your mat. You got it, Neil. And as you get still, it's not a rule that you have to be still. Like, of course, if you have to move, you move. But in Shavasana, there's that opportunity to Allow yourself to practice stillness. And then perhaps even a more developed and advanced practice here is to stay present when you're not still. Can you be present to the part of you that is still moving? What part is still moving even as your body gets still? Be present as you do this. Take a deep breath in. Stay there and watch the full inhale. And then open your mouth and clear it. And gently hug your knees up into your chest. Roll to a side. And then from your side, press up to a seated position. And you'll face wherever you face. And bring your palms together over the center of your heart. Press your palms together and expand through your chest and your upper back. So you have that wide amount of space that you take up. Take a breath in. Clear it out. And we'll close tonight with 3 final ohms. Inhale. And lift your thumb knuckles up to the center of your forehead. Thank each one of you for showing up. Give yourself a little bit of credit, actually a lot of bit of credit, and some gratitude for doing something that is so good for your body, your mind, and perhaps a wish that this presence that you've cultivated tonight stay with you for the rest of the night, into tomorrow, and into the rest of the week. And so together, take a big breath in. Clear it out. And together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Great job tonight, everybody. Great work. Weefa, good to see you as always. Jem, she's got her pup. That's the fun part about virtual yoga. You get to see everyone's pets. So cute. If you're staying for the 40-day meeting, please take your mat and your things out. We'll clean the room down, and we usually set up chairs anyway. So clear the room, come back in once it's clean. Have a great night, everybody.